Welcome to Let's Play The Sims 3 Episode 1, A New Home. I purposely started a new sim for this game. Her name is Airanna, and she lives in Isla Paradisa. Now, it is very important for you guys to note here that I am playing with multiple expansion packs. I have generations, ambitions, trying to go off the top of my head here. Supernatural, Island Paradise, oh, I can't remember now, but I have most of the main expansion packs. I'm only missing a few of them. I am planning on doing this Let's Play with every single one of them. So, yeah. Now, that is what my plan was, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Now, just so you are aware, I did speed up the building and creation process, like the furniture part of making my houseboat. I did that because otherwise it would be a 46-minute video, which I didn't even want to watch, let alone anybody else. So I sped it up so it wouldn't take as much time. And I do like how the boats, not even just a boat, but a house in general, can change every time. So you never end up with the same house twice. And I'm only adding certain rooms now. I will likely be coming back and changing that later, but for the time being, there is only certain rooms. There. I figured that was easier than trying to make an entire big honkin' mansion, just because I don't even know what to put in the rooms. So, as she progresses through her career, I'm sure she'll get new things and want new things. And when that time comes, I'll be able to update the house accordingly. You can even buy a new house, worst case scenario. I have had a house on a houseboat as well as a house on land, and to be honest with you, I seem to prefer the houseboat rather than land. I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it is. I've also downloaded some content off of the online exchange in the store, so I do have stuff in the game like that, which are unique. Alright, so here we go. Welcome to week 1 of Ariana's life. Oh boy, that's exciting. Well, I suppose the first thing we should do is get a job. Ariana would need a job to be able to live, of course, just like the rest of us. Alright. So she's messing around on her phone because that took too long to put what she's supposed to do. In a second now she should go here. Now she's gonna go do it. I love those huge windows. They're so pretty. And I do apologize for the slight choppiness. It doesn't bother me really as much when I'm playing. but I'm sure it's a little more annoying when you're watching it. So I do apologize for that. If it bothers you, then just let me know, and I will make some adjustments in future videos, turn down the graphics a bit. Hopefully that'll solve that issue. So Ariana is a fairy, and the big one is the Paradiso. So find a job. Now I say job, I use the term loosely, right? Because we don't really want her to find a job. We want her to find a profession. Because honestly, I don't really want her to disappear in a rabbit hole. I'd rather make this something that's more exciting that I can actually go to work with her. So, she is going to have to pick a profession. As you can see, there's lots of different professions available. However, she does want to be a lifeguard, so you should likely pick that one. So now Ariana is a lifeguard, which gives us the opportunity to save drowning Sims at the beach. Now, I have never played with the lifeguard profession before, but it does sound rather interesting. Her ultimate lifetime wish is to save 35 Sims, so hopefully we'll be able to do that within her lifespan. That doesn't really sound too difficult though. Some of the other ones sound harder. Now that I said that, I probably won't be able to do it. So let's see. I was gonna have to make it quick, no. Then I realized she's not gonna gain any cooking skill from that. Would you like her to keep cooking skill so that she's not doomed quickly? It would be nice if she would be able to cook without burning her house down. But this is the map view. This is Isla Paradisa at its best. We will be spending a lot of time with that map as it makes it very, very much easier to select different areas, like going to a fair or movies, or when you go on a date, you can pick a venue from here. It makes it really easy. So that is pretty awesome. I don't see anything allowing me to save anyone's life yet. But I suppose I'm being impatient considering I just got that job. We should potentially work on her skills first, and then we can worry about the rest of it. But I'm not entirely sure why she's still sitting there. I mean, usually they pick the job and then they're happy that's the end. Plays a happy song and you get the job. But for some reason it still says she's doing that, so we'll just X that out. She did get the job and she just got the reward for it. Okay, so we're good to go. She is now a lifeguard. Let's hope that didn't glitch. She really is a lifeguard. So now Ariana is going to eat. It is a mighty big house for a single sim, which is funny because it was only made for a single sim, or maybe a couple, given that there's a big bed there. Eventually, if she ever decides to have children, they're probably going to have to build more rooms for the kids upstairs. Or make them share a room depending on if they're boys, girls, and whatnot. I suppose it could be mean and make them share regardless. So into the kitchen. Now, I was trying to think of something that would kind of not make her, gain a lot of weight just from eating. So today she is making autumn salad. At least she's supposed to be. Apparently she'd like to stand there and look at it for a bit first. So there she is. Close up with her. You kind of get the weird idea now. So she's making autumn salad right now. I could have got her to make like a quick meal, like a cereal or a green salad or something, but I really wanted her to gain the points towards giving a skill point. Honestly, I would prefer her not to burn down her house. It's a really, really, really nice house that took me a nice chunk of my life to make. I would prefer it not to be destroyed that quickly. So I'm just trying to build up her skills a little bit here. As I'm sure you've noticed throughout watching this video, or at least the in-game portion of it, on Isla Paradisa, when you live on a houseboat, it actually rocks in the water, which I think is pretty cool because they can actually get seasick. I have never actually seen a sim get seasick, but it's still pretty cool. Just gonna put it down. Make it up, eat it, eat it. Hopefully it tastes good. Huh. The house is very open. You can really see right through, which is different, I think. Now, there is absolutely no nudity in this game, like this episode. However, I do have external third-party patches and other things like that installed on my game. Therefore, there is nudity in my game. So when she gets in the shower or in the tub or goes swimming, I can't remember if I gave her a swimsuit actually. So if she, certain things that she does, she will become nude. The funniest thing I think I've ever seen in this game was a naked sim fairy riding a broomstick. That was pretty comical. So there are some pretty unexpected things in this game, in my specific game, that you may not necessarily see other places. So you should be forewarned that there is nudity in this game, or at least my game. The original game itself just blurs out their genitalia, so when they go pee, it just blurs it out. It looks weird in my game because it looks like they pee through their clothes, but it looks better when they get in the shower or whatever because they don't look like dolls anymore. They actually have anatomy, which is severely nice. Something for us to work with for sure. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. When she sits down on the toilet, there is no blurring, there's no nothing. She did not pull up her skirt, pull down her skirt, nothing. She just sat down and peed right through her clothes. I imagine they would smell pretty bad by the end of the day, but that's okay. It kind of makes up for it in other areas because it makes it more interesting when she's doing other things.
Ershki, Galaz, Arstana,
So
Forgla,
Ariana is now
Miza,
going to practice her charisma skill.
Walki, Lindsay
Hopefully
Chibna
she'll be
Lugal,
able to bring that
Borthani
up. I'm not going
Well,
to make you sit here and watch her go through the entire
Wibby,
skill
Jorn
point though.
Vlavi, Es Glass, Mezcala,
I am
Swed,
going to gain her skill point, but that's something I
sure,
won't make you
and
sit through.
Degemna, Quasinazo, is Bolopti, Meh?
So here she is. Unfortunately, I didn't put a mirror downstairs, so she had to come all the way upstairs just to use the bathroom mirror. And I did not put lights in my rooms. Whoops. So I should probably put some lighting in this house before it gets dark outside. Otherwise, Mason's not going to be very happy, hence that little icon came up at the bottom of the screen. The little stewy looking head, black one, it means that she's scared of the dark, basically. She doesn't like the dark. And she's in a bathroom, in a dark environment, so we need to fix that by adding lights. And just for the record, I turned off the light from the sun because I like to see how far the radius around the light fixture is when I add light. I find that it makes it easier to kind of put enough lighting without too much. But sometimes the lighting fixtures could be pretty expensive and you don't want to buy more than you need. So generally I strategically place my lights. I try to at least, it doesn't always work. So I will go through the whole house and add some ceiling lights. I know a lot of people pick lighting to match the decor of the room, and I could, but I generally prefer to just pick the brightest light that isn't going to get in my way. This is the second most expensive light. Third, sorry. I always use the second. The first one is nice for entrance halls, dining rooms, because it's like a big chandelier. And that's nice, but it is really hard to work with because it's huge. It is massive. So I tend to put smaller dangling lights instead. It just makes things a little bit easier.
Geskali, and so Dwabda, Sukov. Tib, Lerny Bazelka, Farbo Bwis, Zebeb, her glove. Quasin de bleu.